Certainly, unit testing is an essential part of software development, allowing you to ensure that individual units of code like functions and methods are working as expected. In Django, unit testing is made easier with its built-in testing framework. Complete Django unit testing tutorial prerequisites Python installed on your machine. Django installed in your environment. You can install it via pip bash pip install Django, a Django project created. You can create a new Django project using bash Django admin start project my project Python manage py start tap me app step 1 create a simple Django modellet edit me app models Python from Django import models class item models model name models char field max length 100 quantity models integer field def str self return self name step to create and apply migrations. Before we can test our model, we need to create and apply migrations. We will write our tests in meapp tests py. Edit meapp tests python from Django test import test case from models import item class itemodel test case def setup self item objects create name test item quantity 10 def test item creation self item item objects get name test item self assertecal item quantity 10 def test item string representation self item item name test item self assertecal str item test item explanation of the test code 1. Set up this method is called before each test. We create an item instance to work within our tests. Step 4. Running the tests. You can run your tests using the following command bash python manage ptest meapp. If everything is set up correctly, you should see output indicating that your tests have passed creating test database for alias default. You see a beverage share you see us I said ran two tests in 0.2 zoc destroying test database for alias default. For 0 points destroy Step 5. Additional tests. You can add more tests to check various functionalities. For example, testing validation or custom methods in your model. Testing validation. Let's say we want to ensure that the quantity can't be negative. We can add validation to the model. Edit meapp models by Python from Django core exceptions import validation error class item models. Model name models. Char field max length 100 quantity models. Integer field def clean self if self quantity 0 raise validation error quantity cannot be negative def tester self return self name now. Let's test this validation in meapp tests python class itemodel test it. Conclusion unit testing in Django is straightforward and powerful. By creating tests for your models, you ensure that your application behaves as expected. This tutorial covered the basics of unit testing in Django, including creating a model, writing tests, and validating functionality. Next steps on. Test views. You can also write tests for your views, ensuring that they return the correct responses. Test forms. Test your forms to validate that they handle data correctly. They handle test your forms to validate and they as for Use factories for more complex models. Consider using the Factory Boy library to create test instances more easily. Happy testing!